Hey, what's up, you guys? Have you guys ever been pulled over by a police officer and you start feeling nervous or jittery when you start seeing him walk towards your window? And it's not because you did something wrong or you feel like you broke a law, but for the reason that people have been shot, have been in an altercation with a police officer, or wrongfully accused of something they didn't do. For that reason, I want to talk about police being mandated to wear the little body cams that they wear here on the chest so they can see everything that's going on since they step out of their vehicle to their little altercation that you guys go through when you're getting pulled over. I want to discuss the reasons why I believe police officers should wear body cams and argue against the potential few that don't believe police officers should be wearing body cams because of the cost, because they need to hire more police officers to review the footage. And pretty much the statement is, if a police officer is going to do something wrong, if another police officer is reviewing that footage, how do you know he's not going to back up that other officer and doing something he's not supposed to? But the court still gets the body worn camera, they still get the audio, they still get the video. So that's why I'm in favor of the body cam and the dash cam as well. But today we're going to be talking about body cam. The problem is that a lot of law enforcement agencies don't require for you to wear the body cams. They believe that it's a waste of money, a waste of their time, and there's no accountability for the killings that police officers do wrongfully. There's harsh acts that the police officers have committed against people without wearing a body cam, and so families are left with just questions pretty much. And that's why I'm a strong believer of body worn cameras. And Taylor Murfreesky, most Washington law enforcement agencies don't use body or dash cameras. King 5 investigation finds that more than 60% of Washington state law enforcement agencies have no camera systems to document police officers and sheriff deputies and the altercations that they get into. Also, 75% of the agencies have no body cameras and in use. 63% of them have no camera systems, no body cameras, no dash cameras to record police interactions. Lindsay Vaness states body cameras may not be easy to answer. Everyone was looking for. Many law enforcement agencies argue that they do not mandate body worn cameras because it requires additional funding and additional reviewing, more officers' time, taking away from the community of them overwatching the community to utilize the devices when powering them on and off, the power, and etc. Many of these agencies do not support body-worn cameras. Also, that they don't seem to change between the officer and individual being persecuted, which means that these individuals act the same whether the body camera was on or off. Candace Norwood says body cameras are seen as a key to police reform, but they do increase accountability. Video footage has also enabled departments to collect evidence during investigations or better defend their actions during particular encounters. And reform advocates have long called for officers to be equipped with the technology that could help document excessive use of force, disappropriate effect on the communities of color, and pretty much different studies on the Rialto Police Department show that in California, 59% reduction in police reported use of force and incidents of a police officer using the dash camera. So there's a less chance of you to get in an altercation if the police knows he's being watched and he knows that he can get in trouble for doing what he's not supposed to be doing. So it'll make him think twice. Brandon Del Pozo, body cameras and privacy, where do you draw the line? Police Foundation, March 2017. They will create surveillance footage of people in private and semi-private places going about their lives as police officers move about them. They will capture footage of cops going into bathrooms, eating lunch, or having cell phone conversations with their loved ones, or getting a call from the doctor. The purpose of this speech is to discuss the critical aspects as to why police officers should require a body-worn camera. To make sure they are accountable for their actions, and there's less violent crimes committed because the officers know that they're being watched every move they do, or they're being listened to. So I believe that if a police officer has a body-worn camera, they will be less aggressive when they walk up to you and start talking to you. The altercations will be less. There will be less wrongfully accused, less wrongfully shot. I believe there will be a lot of positive outcomes from the police officers wearing body cams to see what they're doing, and so their people that are on top can see what their police officers are doing with their time, how they're acting with their community, because as a police officer, they are there to protect and serve their community. So I believe that as a community, as me as a whole, and all the people that believe in the body-worn cameras, I believe that it's a positive for everybody, because if the police is wrongfully accused, it can go good for him. If a civilian is wrongfully accused, it can go good for him. So it goes both ways. It's just a favor of both parties. And I feel like if someone doesn't want to be watched, they're obviously, one, doing something they're not supposed to be doing, or two, they're just probably doing something they're not supposed to be honest with you. Because there's no reason why you shouldn't want to wear a camera if you're on payroll and you're there to protect and serve your community. So I feel like it would just show who's there to do their job and actually care about their community, and who's there to do something they're not supposed to be doing. So that's what my thoughts are on the body-worn cameras. Thank you.